Hello everyone, welcome to today's video, and in today's video I'll be talking about a service-based organization I have worked so far in my career, and I'm going to compare all these companies, and in a way I'm going to put all the good and bad about those companies so that you guys can ultimately decide if you should join that company or not, or if you have offer from multiple companies. Among these you can ultimately decide which one is better than the other. So purpose of this video is pretty straightforward. I am going to talk about all the companies. I started working in a Cognizant from 2017, worked there for a year, and then I joined Capgemini. I also worked there for a year. Then I joined IBM, worked there for 2.5 years, and my last service-based company was Nagarro, where I worked only for 7 months. I'm going to talk about companies, their onboarding process, their project allocation process, what kind of projects they have, how their management is, and ultimately how was the offboarding. So starting with the Cognizant I joined around 2017, July 2017. Cognizant was a very good company in terms of onboarding. Everything was very smooth and professional. You will get a onboarding link and form where you can upload all your documents, and then onboarding was pretty smooth. Project allocation was quite normal. I mean, depending on the kind of projects they have, they will allocate you depending on your skill set, but you will not get an option to say that I don't want this project or I don't want that project, because nobody would love to work on a support project. So they have to kind of make that decision by themselves. They will not make that decision by the associate. So whatever project they give you, you have to take that project. There is no such option to reject a project, which was not very okay, but that was the case with the Cognizant. So that was the kind of only negative thing I found during the entire tenure I was there in the Cognizant. I worked there on two projects. One was the development, the other one was the support project. Development project was only for 2 months, the support projects for the remaining 8-9 months, and we were on the client location. So yep, it was a support project, but there was a lot of learning. Company is very good, management is good. You will get seniors and mentors there, so that is also very good. The certification policy is very good, that you have to pass the internal exam first. If you pass, you will get the exam voucher. It's not like you will pay for it first and then if you pass you will get reimbursed. So you were getting vouchers, which is I feel is a better way to do, rather than asking employee to pay and then reimbursing it later if he passes. So yep, Cognizant was a very good company. Then I joined Capgemini. I needed to come back to my home location, so I came back NCR and joined Capgemini around 2018. I worked there for a year. Worked on two projects. Both of the projects were development project. Work was good, but I did not like the management. I did not like the leadership, because I came from a Cognizant which was a very united in the fact that the whole Salesforce ODC was sitting on a single ODC, and everybody was approachable. Here my manager was from a different location, and he I mean, obviously in most of the service-based organization, they only care about their billing, and if you are giving them billing, it's good. If you're not, then obviously there will be some issues. They don't care much about your learning, and also don't expect much on that front in any of the service-based organization. Yes, there are few companies who do focus on the learning of associates, but most of them only care about the billing. So I did not like management much. My manager was from a different location. He was not aware about what I'm doing. Neither he was interested in knowing what I was doing. That makes the appraisal process really difficult, because at the time of appraisal you will not be able to explain each and everything properly. He will only go by the word of the tech lead, which also can be good or can be bad depending on how's your equation with your tech lead. So I did not like the management much in the Capgemini, although the projects and every other thing was more like the Cognizant. Only I call them sister companies because they are more or less similar in terms of policies and in terms of punch in punch out. You have to clock in 9 hours, you have to come on formals and all those such things. So but Cognizant's management was obviously better than Capgemini. I do got an appraisal in the Capgemini, but that was also standard 7-8%. But that was fine. That was fine because I stayed there only for a year, so I cannot expect much. So Capgemini was also a fine company, but I did not like management because see, the manager was non-technical, which is okay. I mean, if manager is non-technical, that is fine, but then not with me, but with few associates, managers were saying that you should do coding by sharing your screen and something, which I feel that is very bad practice. No manager should do that, especially if you're not technical. Then I joined IBM. I joined around 2019. I stayed there for 2.5 years, and IBM was a very good company. Policy wise, it was very good, and the management was very good and friendly. You will get liberty to work from anywhere. Even before COVID, I mean, everybody was not going to college, going to office, and all they were concerned about, the work should be completed, and depending on that, there was no force to come to office and clock in 9 hours, which was a very good thing. IBM also had very good projects. I got development projects. I worked there on three major projects. All of them were in the development. You get quality work. You can do extracurricular things. If you want to expand the garage, you can provide innovative ideas. You can participate in internal hackathons, and also IBM was a very good company. The only negative thing about IBM was that their appraisal was really bad. They were not they never focused much on the appraisal. It's a very negative thing about IBM. You go read anywhere about Quora or anywhere in the platform, you will always feel this, and you will always see this, that the appraisals of IBM is not up to par. You will get 4-5%. If you are performing well, then only you will get 4-5%. So that factor is not very good in the IBM, and that was the only negative factor. So that's why people joins, and then if after some time, if they feel comfortable, they'll stay there, do the minimum job, and keep working there for years. Otherwise they leave within a year or two, because they'll not get enough appraisal or appreciation. Then obviously they'll not feel motivated to work there. I left IBM around 2021 and joined Nagarro. Nagarro was my fourth service-based organization in a row, and I was looking for a product-based company that time, but did not get the good offer from any product-based company. So I joined Nagarro. But Nagarro was actually a very good company in terms of project allocation, in terms of CTC they were offering, in terms of management they were very good. In the project allocation, you will get an option to reject a project if it is not as per your interest or as per your skill set. You do get an option to reject, which is actually a very good thing. It should be the case with each company, because if, let's say, I'm more interested in learning, let's say, lighting web component, and if I'm getting a work to work on CPQ, it's not like I cannot work. It is more like I'll not be giving my 100% to, because that is something which I don't want to work on right now. I want to learn something else. So that was a good thing in Nagarro, that you get an option to reject a project, and they have good project. I got to work on 2 projects. Both of these projects were good core development projects. So skill set wise, they were very good. I left Nagarro within 7 months, because as I told you, I was looking for a product based company. I was kind of monotonous in a service based environment. I was very comfortable in the service based environment. Having client meeting, giving them timelines and everything, it was not challenging me enough. So that is why I joined a product based company. Now I'm currently working as a Salesforce developer for the Coursera, and my time in Coursera is going really good. I'm enjoying my work here. So all these four companies, if I rate them, I like most the Nagarro, then IBM, then Cognizant, and definitely on the 4th rank will be the Capgemini. If I get an opportunity to work again for any of these company, I would love to join IBM, Nagarro and Cognizant, but not Capgemini for sure. Alright, I hope this video was helpful for you. Feel free to ping me on LinkedIn for any more clarity on any of these.